What's up, guys? Heated Seats here, bringing you some more Gran Turismo content. Finally, unfortunately, I've been having a slew of technical problems and just haven't been able to get any footage together for you. I did participate in the manufacturer race at Sardinia last week, and I probably could have put a video together, but it really wouldn't even been worth it. So I'm going to jump into some footage that I supercut here, and you can see how that went for me. So first race, managed to qualify 8th place, and on the first lap, spun myself. Binned it completely. By the time I rejoined, I was down in 20th place, and I finished that race out in 14th after a little bit of tire strategy. Definitely not the result I was going for. Race 2, I managed to qualify 5th, did a lot better on that, and keep your eyes on this blue Porsche up here. Just shunting everybody off the track. I go into the wall, damaged motor, 1 second penalty, rejoining in 20th place. So, not great. By the time I finished it out, I was 16th, and I wasn't happy with that. So this week, I decided I'll give Nations a run. So I didn't get a ton of practice for this race, but Bluemoon Speedway is one of my better tracks. Played it a lot when I first got the game, and I've got particularly infield A down pretty well at this point. So qualifying 4th. And of course slipstream is a huge factor in this race. So we just immediately drop in behind the line of cars in front of us. You can see the gap on the left-hand side there going up a little bit. I'm trying my best to sort of just follow the leaders away from the rest of the pack. You can sort of see in the top right here that a little bit of a gap has opened up between myself and Ocelot in 5th place, but not enough just yet. Plane going for another flyby as we come down to the hairpin. Very unusual line through there. Nothing too crazy so far. But overall, just a really safe lap. I think at this point, everyone's just trying to keep it clean. 15 laps of this, so plenty of time to make up places as we head onto the straightaway. So, first 4 laps, nothing happens. 135, 126, 125, 126. We're still in 4th place as we come down into the first turn on lap 5. You can see the leaders are getting a little bit eventful up there. We get a decent run into the first turn. Starting to catch up to the top 3 again. A little tight hitting the inside wall. Just a tap. So at this point, 1st and 2nd have swapped positions, and the 2nd place car is trying very hard to get it back. And that actually ends up slowing this leader pack down so much that the rest of the pack catches up to us. And you see how close 5th place is to me now, although he spun a little coming out of the hairpin. trying to make a move up the inside into third, but think better of it. Might as well wait for the straightaway. Drop down the inside to start picking up the slipstream from the leader. And that gives us a nice little run up into third place. Everybody's gaining on us now. Fifth place going wide in the renowned Miata. First and second running wide in the first turn, and I'm able to kind of find my way up the inside, but again, not a whole lot I can do. With these cars being so low power, it's really tough to capitalize. It's really all about momentum with these cars because they're so slow. Coming into the hairpin, you can see what a jump fourth place gets on me. I didn't quite have my braking zone perfect with that in this car. I did struggle a little through that particular hairpin. And also this last corner before entering onto the straightaway. But jumping ahead now until lap 6, you can see just how close he's gotten with the slipstream. Less than 2/10 behind me. Decides to back out a little early, as I got a great line down into the first turn. From that position, he's actually able to slip second place as well, so even though I'm sticking a little inside, it's not working. He gets a much better run through there than I do. This guy in fourth place, AJ, he is actually ranked number 1 in the lobby. And he gets up on the inside here and just turns me. Now, after the race, I did say something to him about that, but looking at it from all these different perspectives as I put the replay together, I suppose it's just a bit of an annoying racing incident more than anything else, but we end up coming back on the track into 9th place. 10th, trying very hard to get around us, but unable to make it stick. Gold Miata in 8th place gets a really terrible exit, and I'm able to just run around the outside, and I did kind of cut him off there by accident. I'm not used to using this roof cam, so I guess I just thought I was a little further ahead. Either way, no major damage. We're up into 8th place again. Jumping ahead a lap here, you can see that I've managed to catch up quite nicely to Ocelot in 7th place. He runs a bit wide on the exit here, and I'm able to close the gap up nicely. And actually I get quite a run on him, so much so that I'm right alongside him. This is actually something to remember for later in the race because there's another incident coming up. But you can see how he gives me the space, I give him the space. A little tap, but mostly clean. Just looking as far up as I can. Guys in front of me getting a little bit crazy. It looks like JC Hayter in 6th place. I know he was in 3rd in front of me at the start of the race. So he's had some sort of incident as well that's brought him back. I noticed a lot of people trying to go for moves heading onto the straightaway, which I didn't understand because it really affects both of you. And now I'm able to catch up to 5th and 6th place. Trying to make something work on the outside, but he's got the slipstream. It's just not going to happen. We tuck in behind. As we come to the start-finish line, he goes for a move on the outside. I'm gaining on 5th as well, and decide to send it up the inside, so we're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Braking early and safely. And look at that. Look at that pack of cars in the top right corner. Five of us jammed together. And then someone goes up the inside. And it's all over. Let's just jump back here real quick. Look at this radar. I mean, there was no way we were ever going to make it through. We come out of that in 8th place. Ocelot, I believe, is the one who caused it, and he jumps us from 9th into 8th, and we're just losing positions quickly here now. So we'll have to see what we can do on the slipstream. Coming into the hairpin under the bridge, I brake, but it's not enough. I imagine the tires are a bit dirty from getting shunted off earlier, and that allows Brown Diggs to slide up into 9th place. Coming up to the final corner before the straightaway, we're just going to jump ahead a lap here, and you can see not a whole lot has changed. Ocelot here gets an awful run out of the final turn, and we just kind of slipped up the inside. A bit aggressive, but at this point I'm ready to make some moves. I've been shoved off the track too many times. Into lap 12, you can see we're gaining quite a bit. And by lap 13, we've caught right up. Brown Diggs has moved up. Chris Rigsby here decides to go for a move, and I'm just going to follow him through. And this is actually what I was referencing earlier. Just keep an eye on Brown Diggs here. So we're right alongside. I actually moved up into 7th as we come up to this left-hander. Now a little incident happens here where Brown Diggs attempts to just follow Chris Rigsby through, and I just don't think it was ever going to work. You can just see it from this chase perspective here. He really didn't give me any space. So Chris puts it through. I come up with him. We're now side by side, and because I've got the inside line, I'm able to take the position here. Now he runs up wide trying to get the slip off of Chris Rigsby, and I stay a little low, but he just leaves me absolutely no room. I'd love to hear other people's opinions on that. Maybe I'm in the wrong here and need to drive a bit cleaner. But looking at it from this perspective, if he had a hood cam up, he wouldn't even have known I was there if he wasn't looking at his radar. But either way, he definitely wasn't pleased about it. Made sure to let me know. Brown Diggs, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry, man. I hope you see that it wasn't malicious, just a racing incident. So now we're up into 7th place, coming down to the hairpin again. Rough line through there, just not adjusting to these tires being so worn. LCR and Ocelot now behind me. Expecting the slip from them up the straightaway and trying to get what I can off of Chris Rigsby. You can see just what a difference this makes. Gaining on Chris super fast. And then we jump ahead to the final lap. I've moved ahead into 6th place. We've all managed to get around Chris Rigsby. And we'll stay on board for this whole lap here. Great first corner. Pulling away from Ocelot a little bit. Not as tight as I could have been. The tires are definitely getting a little bit worn out. You can see just how much they're gaining on me. Moving over to the inside to sort of break off that slipstream a bit. Very aggressive move up the inside from LCR. Absolutely shoves me out, and both of them are able to slip through. I'm now down into 8th place. Coming into the double left-hander. And here we go again, battling on the straightaway. Ocelot gives me a little shove. All out of sorts here. Have to take a weird line through the final turn. Into the wall. And then a little boost from the guy behind. So, all in all, 15 laps, 7th place. Not what we were hoping for, qualifying 4th. But overall, a really fun race. Even if we had to keep the elbows up. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm happy to report that this week I had another exciting manufacturer's race, so a video of that will be coming up hopefully tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you so much for checking out my channel, guys. I really appreciate everyone that takes the time, especially if you made it this far into the video. I would absolutely love to hear your opinion on the 2 incidents I had in this race. Obviously, if I'm driving like a dickhead, I'd like to know it, so I can sort of cut that out. If you're enjoying this content, you can like and subscribe. Anything helps the channel, and I appreciate any feedback from you guys. So until next time, I'm Heated Seats. Keep it clean out there, alright?